You will need dark chocolate chips, marshmallows, milk chocolate chips, toothpicks, 4 spoons, red and blue food coloring, icing bag, wax paper, 3 aluminum bowls, icing, a pot of water, and a cookie tray. So first just boil your water. This is where we're going to be melting the chocolate. So just let that heat up for now. So just go ahead and get out the red dye because we're making the inside of Domo's mouth. Put like 2 big scoops of icing in one of your bowls. This part was kind of frustrating. I recommend buying red icing in advance because it was very difficult to barely get it to the color that I wanted it to be. So go ahead and buy red icing. Save you a lot of time. I sprayed it all over me and the counter. I cut out a lot of that footage because I used a lot of dye and it still is like a watermelon pink. So just take the milk chocolate chips and pour however many you think you need. It all depends on how many you're making. See? Alright, so as you can see, it's like kind of floating in there, and that's what you want. The water was already boiling, so just sit the aluminum bowl over that and it'll just kind of melt, and stir it around with a mitten or something so that you don't get burned until it turns into like a silky milk chocolate. I realized that I didn't have enough, so I just poured some more in there. Yeah. Take that out carefully. It's kind of tricky at first, but you'll figure it out. Alright, so now we're going to be covering the marshmallows in milk chocolate. So take 2 toothpicks and kind of like roll it around in the chocolate. We kind of like have to flip it over to get both sides, like that. You're going to need to keep the water on so that when the chocolate hardens in the bowl, you can just heat it back up and it'll be good as new. Because if you don't, then it's going to be really hard to roll Domo in. Yeah. So just repeat that however many times and lay it on the wax sheet of paper. So now you should put it in the fridge and wait until it hardens. Then you can take them out again. Take out your red or reddish icing and take a toothpick, dip it in water, and put a rectangle on Domo's mouth, or make Domo's mouth. This is kind of tricky at first, but you'll get it. So only take out 1 Domo at a time to do this, because if you don't, then all of them will melt. So I keep most of them in the fridge and then take them out one by one. So if your water was turned off, which you probably should do during the red, like while you put the red on. Go ahead and turn it back on now. So I have like these icing bags, but if you don't have them, just take a Ziploc bag and cut a little hole in the corner. It'll work just as well. So for this part, you're gonna take the icing and put one line above and below Domo's mouth. Make sure you don't put it in the red rectangle, because if you do, then it'll make his mouth smaller, and his mouth's pretty big, so I wouldn't suggest that. Use a toothpick and kind of like push down the icing into little spikes. Those will obviously be his teeth. So this might take a while. It's kind of tedious, I guess, but go ahead and do that on the top and bottom. You can use the other side of the toothpick to scrape off any mistakes that you might have made. Do this one by one also, because if you don't, then they will all melt, and you don't want that. Alright, so take your spoon again, and we'll sit the dark chocolate. You don't need as much dark chocolate as you did milk chocolate, because it's just 2 dots for the eyes. But basically you do the same thing, just sit it in there and kind of stir it around. My bowl is smaller, so it was harder to like maneuver through the chocolate to make it silky. But if your bowl is small, then just like let it sit in there and leave it alone, then take it out carefully. So yeah, the dark chocolate was not dark enough for Domo's eyes, so that's why I freaked out and I put blue in there. It actually worked really well. It didn't turn gross or anything, but when you're at the store, buy the darkest chocolate possible. So there you have it. Please make a video response to this, because I really want to see what your guys' Domo marshmallows look like. They were really good, trust me.